How about that? How about the football? That was pretty amazing, wasn't it? The football man said everyone had to do what they wanted to do. So I went back to sleep after waking up. Now 9:30. I just made porridge. My phone's like this because I'll be on the plug. So I can't put it where I want to be. So that's my amazing porridge. It is. I grated an apple, put that in it. Water. Grated apple. Cinnamon. Dropped it all in by accident. Some ginger. A chocolate pudding because I couldn't find a cocoa. And apricot jam because I fancied it sweeter. And I just made a cup of tea instead of coffee because I feel like having a cup of tea for a change. I was having this amazing idea that everyone should give up drinking if we win the football because it's a sign from God. And I thought, if that was true, I'd have to give up coffee. And I thought, there's not any point if nobody cares. Oh, no. I mean, if it was supporting someone, it'd be worth doing it. I think. But I don't see that it is at the moment. It's just, I don't know. Like, a few years ago, I met this bloke off Tinder. He was actually the only person I ever met off Tinder. And it turned out he was somebody from peer group because I checked before I met him. And we went out just a couple of times, but never dated. He was a drinker and he wanted to stop drinking. So I said to him, I can't remember, I said I think I stopped smoking and drinking, like for the dry January. So I stopped smoking as a support thing. I didn't want to stop smoking. He didn't stop drinking, so I started smoking again. It's like I don't know. That's what I was thinking anyway. Maybe I shouldn't put the effort in. But, I don't know. I might just have more porridge and get back to bed. I don't really care, to be honest. I'm just not worried about other people. That seems to be the trending thing, isn't it? Stay in your lane. I put walnut oil in it as well. And sesame oil. I wanted some fat in it. I was craving fat. I came up on the Google Snaps news the other day about not processed, substitute meat products not having the same nutritional value as meat. We know this. There's not as much protein in like pea as there is in meat, but that's why vegans can eat literally all the time. Protein stops being hungry for longer. Atkins diet. But you just have to learn to understand what your body's needs are. I said this before when I was transitioning originally to vegan, and I'd learn if I craved. I think often cheese is one thing a lot of people struggle to give up, and I'd learn to identify if I was craving something, what it was actually I was craving. So cheese, it was often like fat and salt. Fat, like bacon is like fat again, isn't it? Protein, fat, salt. So you just work out what it is you're craving. and have that. I did go for a phase a while back of craving eggs, like I really fancied an omelette. So I don't know what it was in that I was craving. Chickpeas though, like filled the I know bizarrely, I had gram flour and I made like chickpea omelettes with cheese in, so there's a slight eggy taste to them, but there might have been some, I don't know, because eggs are sulphury, aren't they? And I know that's part of a detoxing thing as well, so it might have been something like that, I don't know. Let's just work out what it is that you're craving and find a substitute for it. My body's not stupid. The reasons behind it, why are you craving that? So there. I know, look at me. Covered in jam. Haven't had news or anything yet. I mean, everyone doesn't have to give up drinking, but it doesn't fix your problems, does it? You have to look at it like that. What does it help? Why do people drink, firstly? Why do you drink? Social anxiety is one reason. Just to be social is another. You think it's going to fix your problems is another one. I'm not judging people. I've done them all. There are probably other reasons too. It makes you look cool. Do it to fit in. Peer acceptance. Just because if you want to socialise, to be around people who drink, you really need to be on the same level as them. That's all the reasons I can think of for drinking, to be honest. Does it help fix your problems? No. Does it give you more problems? Yes. Does it make you funny? Not really in the long term. Does it stop you feeling depressed? No. It's a depressant. I mean, I've used alcohol when I stopped using alcohol, as I did originally, to bring down my mood. If I was going too scatty, but I don't know. I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, I mean, okay, all things in moderation. That's a fair point, but oh, I don't know. I know we're better spent mostly, a lot of the time. I've said before, you have to socialise to enjoy somebody's company. Maybe the company's not that good. I mean, if you have to drink. Same with, like, if you have to drink to see a band. If you go out, like, to do something social, you have to have a drink. Maybe the band's not that good, I think. The other thing you do is, like, alcohol's a relaxant, isn't it? So you do it to, like, just let yourself let go. You go and dance. Like, that's not real, is it? You should be able to do that. I don't know, something wrong along the lines there. But maybe people have been taught they have to suppress. Whatever it is. And then they're too self-conscious to actually do anything without a drink. And that's the thing in Buddhism, isn't it? I've forgotten what the exact thing is, but there's nothing to say that you can't drink in Buddhism. But drinking, if you do drink, you're more likely not to follow the other, I forgot what they're called, not rules, but like, they're a bit like vows. It's just like ethics, really, isn't it? So basically, you're more likely to do dumb things, like if you had a drink, like improper relationships. I don't know, classic one in drinking culture is just to go and score a load of Charlie. to like bring yourself down again, or you just suddenly think it's going to be hilarious, or do a load of E's or whatever, bag a load of Molly, and do other dumb stuff, sleep with your mate's sister, brother, boyfriend, you know, your best mate's partner suddenly looks amazingly attractive, and you just do all this dumb shit, blow the housekeeping, forget to pick up the kids from a babysitter, I don't know, goes on really, doesn't it? Can't get them to school next morning, can't buy their sandwiches or their shoes. You're blowing no money on Charlie. Have a quiet pint after work. I went out the window. Drinking don't really fix nothing from memory. And then what do you do? Lie. No, that's not what happened at all. My ex just, I don't know, blame the ex anyway. I have to pay maintenance. She's draining me. I'm so depressed because she said something once that I've now got an alcohol dependency problem. I don't know, that's the truth. So, that's a long way of saying I was going to give up coffee if we won the football, because it's a sign from God. England would have won otherwise, would they? That's a joke. But it is a massive waste on. Well, God, that's everything. I've whined about this before. I say it would be like it is a drain on public sector, like, resources, like with the police and all the shit they have to deal with, and the fucking ambulance services, like picking people up out of the road and everyone's scrapping and all the rest of it. And that's just the drinking side, isn't it, without all the bloody county lines bullshit. People do you know what? Who buys the drugs? It's not just the kids on the corner, is it? It is a lot of the white collar people. I have worked with these people, I've socialised with these people, so that's not true. That's why I'm going on about the Black Diamond thing. It's like, do you know, on one hand you're working with children and saying their parents are unsuitable, on the others you're like scoring off fucking Eric down the street, your fucking party bags and disco biscuits, whatever else it is. And people working in the NHS. I'm not saying everybody, but it does happen. I see, I've known people who've worked in those circles and socialised at the weekend in places I was working. Make mistakes, it's true. And they want to cover them up, it's true. Your mate wants to cover them up too, because you got Wales at the weekend, up a hill, with a load of disco equipment and a tent. That's everything, really. Have I ruined the football? The commentator did say everyone could do what they wanted today. So what I wanted to do was carry on moaning. Drugs ruin lives. They do. Yours, your family's, your children's, your parents, other people's parents, other people's children, and everyone's. There's really loads more things I can say about this as well. It was about me being the second coming, actually. That's what it was. That's what I woke up thinking about. That seems a bit crazy. I've not really thought it through to talk about properly. It's along the lines, though, of the second coming. I don't know what would be their purpose. I mean, they're supposed to be a healer, aren't they? To draw attention. Do you know, healing comes in different forms, I say this. And the whole story of a magic man is like, treat everyone as if you don't know who anyone is, do you? Or what anyone could do for you. So you always treat people well. You don't know who anyone is. Anyone could be anyone. I can't think of the story of the Magic Man properly, but that's the thing, isn't it? He turned out to be magic, like this little crumbly old man who everyone dissed, basically. Turns out to have all the magic powers. It's like a fable, I think. And so I can't be bothered to talk about it anymore because I can't think what I was going to say. I suppose it's along the lines of people who go on about helping other people. You need to do it, and then nobody actually steps in and does it when it comes to it. And even when you ask for help, you don't get the help you're asking for. Obviously, I do expect people to call back to me if I've messaged them. One, it's just polite, it's how I was brought up. You don't know if the message got through or not. Two, I had to manage an office at one point, software training. So it's like, I was expected to reply to messages. Otherwise, I'd be like, Halltruder. You don't know. If somebody makes an inquiry, you have to respond. Otherwise, it looks bad on the business. Within a certain amount of time. And I can't remember. It's just polite, isn't it? The thing is, if you don't reply to a message, because I've been, when I have actually been depressed, not replied to people because of literally, for whatever reason, I couldn't. That's a signal there's something wrong, for one. So if somebody doesn't reply, it often is a message that there's something wrong. It could be that. It could be the fact they're just ignoring you because they're rude and they've got no manners. I don't know. It's hard to tell, though, isn't it? Without a feedback from someone, message might not got through. Might got stolen by the postman. It happens. I've known postmen. Could be anything. I don't think I've made my point concisely. I want a cup of coffee now. I never snooze. I do. Watch it through. I don't think it's more highlighting points. Points to highlight. What's that communication song? Communication let me down. I remember who sings that. That's why I got the key wrong. Right. Let's go with 18. I think we'll do 1818. If I can. I always press the one button. Honestly, I'm such a joker. Massive joker.